My name's Naveed. I'm from Rockford, Illinois. Yeah, born and raised in the States. Moved around a lot, but been like in Illinois for a good chunk of time. I went to Marquette for undergrad up in Milwaukee, and then turns out what drove me to medicine is just kind of always been the goal. Like since the start, even like when I was middle school, high school, like it was always kind of like the idea, like, okay, I'm gonna get into the medical field, be a doctor. So I just kind of stuck with it throughout the whole time. I was actually one of the students caught up in one of the hurricanes down in the Caribbean, kind of destroyed everything. So I needed like a fresh start. So yeah, I knew some people who had gone to St. James. They all liked it. Multiple people had matched. One of my friends who actually told me about the school also matched today. Or yeah, he found out where he was going today. So yeah, it was just mostly just kind of like the community around St. James. The other students I met, they all recommended it to me when I was looking for like a new place to head over. It was really good. So like I said, I'm from Illinois, so like this area is home for me. Chicago's like my back door, or backyard rather. So in terms of the actual rotation spots, I had some actually super fantastic rotations. We had a super intense like surgical, like inpatient rotation. Like those are, I'm talking like 2 a.m. pre-rounding there to like 6-7 p.m. like in the OR. Hated it during the time. Afterwards, like I super appreciated like how much I actually ended up learning. I just finished an ER rotation here at Insight in Chicago. That one kind of got me to really nail down like my presentation and everything, because ER docs like super specific. Okay, this is what we need to know. This is what's relevant. So I was good at like teasing out whatever information we needed. Some of the preceptors I met also just amazing people. Like my internal medicine, like 3 months of that for core rotation. You guys all got that to look forward to. The doc he was super friendly. There's like an entire week there I didn't pay a cent for food. Like he always had food in his office. Like he'd invite us out for dinner. I actually went to both his son's weddings, so it's been a good experience. Step exams definitely are not easy. Like you have to put in the time and you have to put in the effort. For me, like I tried to like do the whole like study by myself, study like in the library at home, whatever. I never worked out. What I need to do is I need to like get out. I found like a group of other students who are also studying. And even if we weren't studying together, what I need was an environment of other people also like working towards the same goal. On top of that, keeping to a strict schedule. All right, so like I'll wake up, like get early in the morning, like 6 a.m. I'd knock out like a block of questions, then have breakfast, then just review material until noon, lunch. After that, just work on questions. Towards the end, like when I was getting closer to my exams, it kind of flipped around. Just do questions all morning long. Like started off slowly, like at the very beginning, like 20 questions, review it. By the end of it, I was doing 120 questions UWorld, leading up to my exam, just straight untimed, or fully timed, untutored. Yeah, so that, like honestly, like I know you guys have heard it a lot, UWorld is key. On top of that, AMBoss's library came in handy a lot whenever I just needed to like quick look up anything. And yeah, just having like someone, like one other important thing for me was like someone sitting across from me, and we'd each just have like our notes open, or like one person had their notes, the other person would keep it closed, and then they just like rapid fire, quick answer, just like what is this, just to kind of get like that rote just memory down. There's a lot of stuff you have to learn conceptually, but there's a lot of stuff you also just have to know. So just having like both of those things helped out a lot. And honestly, yeah, like the other person just there to kind of yell at you, be like, no, you're wrong, do it again. Like that helps. That helped me. Application itself, it's not too bad. It's more kind of busy work than anything. I think the hardest bit was just nailing down the personal statement. I think I went through like 5-6 drafts of it before I was like, okay, this sounds okay. Like it's not too long, it's not too short, gets the message across. That, and then like they changed up the application, so instead of just listing like everything you've ever done, they just had like 10 categories. or like 10 spots you can fill in, like things you feel like were important or influential, or you want to highlight. So a lot of that was just like figuring out like, okay, what would be good? Like, what can I pop in there? And honestly, like, it's not all just like academic achievements. Like I legit, like on my application, I talked about like painting. I talked about like building stuff. I talked about like video games even. And yeah, like they were super responsive. Like one of the interviewers, like the PD at one of the Wisconsin spots I interviewed at, she was just like, yo, I saw like you're building an arcade machine. I was like, yeah. She's like, yo, I really love those things. And we just talked about it for a little bit. Like having something interesting in there, just because everyone's past step. Everyone's past school. Like everyone's gotten like these certain academic accomplishments. Just having something that paints you as like an actual human, like it goes a long way. Yeah, leading up to match, so like interviews, all the interviews, honestly, like I always stressed out like right before them, but during them it was always like pretty chill. Maybe I was just lucky. Like all my interviewers, like they were relaxed, they were friendly, and it was more a conversation than an actual interview. And then yeah, after that, like it's all the anxiety just waiting. Like it's just like, okay, it's done. I got all these interviews. Okay, what do I do now? How to make sure everything's in. So yeah, like I don't know how many times I called the school just to be like, hey, I want to make sure like this is submitted. I want to make sure you guys have processed it. I need to make sure ECFMG's processed it. Like everything, I was just like double checking everything. And then yeah, finally just leading up to earlier this week, Monday. Like honestly, like they say there's a couple of match days, right? Monday is like where you find out where you matched. Friday's like, or Monday if you match, Friday where. And for me, like I was like, Friday will be cool, whatever. I just want to make sure Monday goes okay. So as soon as Monday hit, I got that email. It's like the wave of relief that just like flew through my body. I've been writing that like this entire week. It's been good. So when I found out this morning, like where I actually ended up matching, it was nice. Like I ended up at my top choice. So there's no like secret sauce. There's no key, anything. It's just you got to put in the time. That's what it comes down to. At least for me, like I kind of had to brute force my way through everything. I tried like all the different like I know people love sketchy, all that stuff, and it works great for people who it does. For me though, like I just needed to sit down. I'm gonna put in the hours right now. I'm just gonna brute force everything into my brain. So honestly, having a schedule, like sticking to a schedule, making sure like we say we study 12 hours a day, it's broken up. We got like little breaks, lunch, breakfast in there, but like a dedicated like 12-hour block in your day. Yeah, just make that your focus. Other than that, I mean, not every single day either. Like preparing for everything, I would always take at least one day of the week off, just do nothing. Oftentimes me and my buddies would just go play volleyball or basketball or something. Yeah, so it's hard work, it's effort, but put in the time. Stick to like your routine. Don't try and like, it's very easy to trick yourself into thinking like you're doing something, but like don't fall for that. Like do something. You actually have to like put in like the eyes to screen or book or whatever. You need to get those hours in. So, I mean that's what it was for me. That's what it worked for most of my friends. It was just a straight effort.